Righty. Took me a bit to get my OBS stuff going. For some reason, it would not, play the game, or it would only show a black screen, so I had to troubleshoot a little bit. But now everything seems to be in order. Just get my multi-chat to show on my second screen and I am good to go, yeah. Okay, Eclipsium. We started last week and possibly we'll finish tonight. Let's see how it goes. Then again, I might just wait for a bit. Yeah, I'll wait for a few minutes for chat to show up and just sip my non-sponsored soft drink. When I was streaming, what was it? Underrail, I would consistently, and Fear and Hunger too, I would consistently say this tonight's stream is brought to you by whatever I was drinking, which would usually be Pepsi Max or energy drinks or tea or water sometimes, the actual adult drink. I wonder how many chapters, actually I have no idea where, no, we should be in the second chapter. Or maybe we're in the third one. We'll see. Yeah, I wonder how many chapters there are in this game. And I was looking at the Steam achievements and they seem to be busted completely. Because I think all of them were at 0%. Okay, I think we've got a different world going on. Well, fairly sure we have. Also, I'm not running my phone camera. I'm somewhat surprised at my old webcam actually having a fairly decent resolution. It's probably not full HD, but who gives a damn? Oh yeah, I remember this place. I remember the pipes. Music to my ears. Let's listen to this for a while. So last time it became rather clear this is not really a horror game. I mean, the imagery is horror-y, but it's not. So far, at least, there haven't really been any scares. It seems kind of cool, but not exactly like horror. The soundscape is extremely good, I think. Although I am still missing the sprint button. Well, only one way to go. Pork. Somehow Well, no, it's not a main staple in any horror, but brings to mind Amnesia 2, A Machine for Pigs, and to some extent, I think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think that's fair to say. And by extension, what is that Rob Zombie film, The Devil's Rejects, and House of 1000 Corpses. Although I don't think there's anything related to being butchers in those, in the Rob Zombie films list. Okay, are we gonna need any of our tools? This one I somehow think we're not gonna be using very much. The knife, though, is fully goated. And then there's the fire. Oh yeah, we're gonna need the knife. Or maybe not. Maybe we're needing the one I just said we never need. No? Fine. I'm gonna grab on the hook again. Yeah, for further information, see name of stream. Okay. Oh, yeah, and then we just go back the way we came. And there's going to be a new corridor there. It would be extremely stressful to play something like Steven's Sausage Roll on stream. One of my favorite games of all time, but just like the pressure of being watched while solving puzzles and not figure something out. Oh my god. I'm definitely not built for that. Are we on tracks or what? Because we kinda are. Doesn't look like we're on tracks, but the game doesn't let me go anywhere. I wonder if the giant person with whom we fully lock eyes is going to make a return. I think that character or entity is sort of the mascot of the game. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I think I have that person as like the. No, 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 that person is the mascot of the game. Yeah, I have that face as like the image for the game on Steam. And I always put like custom image. But I think that person is like the actual mascot, and the only thing that's different in the custom image and the default one is that the custom image I have doesn't have any text on it. I don't know why. I just prefer not having, text on that particular screen. So sometimes I might have like a real scuffed image just to get like anything that doesn't have any text on it. What do you call those? Like a grid. Yeah, Steam grid. Okay, the crawling bit is a bit harrowing because I expect something to attack us while we're crawling. Nice. Which is a pretty awful thing to do to a player. And that expectation has not been conditioned by this particular game at all. Once I tried playing, what was it? Like The Evil Within or something like that. Like it was a take on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in a way. And that game was just lousy with jump scares. Like every one of those, we played it for like an hour, maybe two. And there were plenty of jump scares also. What was that? Okay, just basically just a loading screen, I guess. Yeah, every one of those jump scares that we saw was fully predictable, but they were still so that at least we got scared, and it sucked so much. So we just put the hand inside, yeah. Why wouldn't you? Okay. We got the achievement wrong organ, and the text for it says, "I hope this hurts." So that's going to be a mouth-washing reference, I suppose. And I think there was like a poly image for that achievement. and in we go. Oh yeah, this is mouth-washing imagery. I wonder how many people I did play mouth-washing off stream pretty soon after it came out, actually. And then soon after that I played the prequel, you know, the free game How Fish is Made, which is like 20 minutes from start to finish. Okay. Why wouldn't you put it back in your eye? It looked kinda important. Oh well, I kinda like the imagery and maybe even symbolism of taking out your organs. We've taken out our heart and our tongue and now an eye. Maybe something more else as well. But especially with the eye, I kind of wish they'd kind of at least momentarily blur or do something with the side of the screen where you take out the eye. But well. Okay. Okay, let me check something real quick. Okay, yeah, let's go. Looks like a new area. As always, I'm trying to go wrong direction first. But it looks like there's just a conflagration there. Yeah, everything is on fire. And there's an invisible wall preventing us from walking into the fire. And I forgot to look up how you'd call this graphical style. It's very, very pixelated, but it's not. I don't think it's strictly pixel graphics, though. That's cool. And now maybe we have the From Software moment here where we see a destination we're going towards. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Off stream, I've been playing Demon Tides and Motor Slice and Rune Rock Arena. Demon Tides is cool, like it's a Super Mario type 3D platformer collectathon, but there's just something ever so slightly off, and I don't like fully get into it. Comparing it to the Nightling, which I played previously, it was like it doesn't have that joy in momentum. Yeah, I guess the like default run speed is too slow, and then too many movement abilities don't have the right kind of momentum, I guess. Motor Slice jumps between being really cool and being extremely annoying. Wait, is this the wrong direction? Was I supposed to be going where I initially went, after all? Maybe there's a secret third place. Like, in a way, Motor Slice has really cool parkour and platforming, but then sometimes the camera just completely screws you over. Like, there's no way to turn the camera fast enough to see where you're supposed to be going, and it's too zoomed in or something. It's pretty on the easy side, I think. Still. And it's got really cool boss fights with sort of a Shadow of the Colossus vibe, you know, with these humongous machines, like industrial machines. I never played Shadow of the Colossus, but it's somehow part of gaming today. So much so that people know what it's about, even if they've never played. And this feeling of desolation is really cool in Motor Slice, and sort of the sense of exploring a megastructure. But then, like, the Guna bait is really awful. And I clocked that in the first few minutes. Like, I hate the voice actor for the main character. I think she was just told to do like an anime waifu voice, and it gets really grating really quickly. Although I guess whatever, if the devs want to include that. Then why not? I never watched RWBY, but the voice actor in Motor Slice brings to mind that particular show where the voice acting is quite amateurish. Is that a roast? Is that unfair? It seems very amateurish and just like an appropriation of what female characters in anime sound like. And I really, really do not like that. Lots of people do though. Still don't fully like how if you alt tab out of the game, it sort of goes out of focus and just stops completely, stops making any noise or anything. Holy video game noises. Okay, back out we go, I guess. The scenery is completely different, is it? Not completely. Very cool music. What does it sound like? It sounds a bit like Three Trapped Tigers, I think. Or did for a moment, at least. No, it does. Yeah, behold, this is how fish is made. Who gave us the sponge to wipe away the sea? How was it? No. Sponge to wipe away the horizon. Oh, we drained the sea. Also cool, I have 19 flows again. Hopefully I can retain all 19 of you. Even if you stop watching for some reason. This is also how whales are made. I know last time I was streaming there was my follower count went from 19 to 18 without an explanation. I don't think anyone was watching, and now it went from 18 to 19 without an explanation, and I don't know if anybody was watching. But anyway, welcome. Thanks. And nice of you to make some noise in the chat. What's going on? Have you played Eclipsium? Are you just Eclipsium curious? Or are you just curious of local academic struggling at video game? Earlier we used light to drive away the tentacles. There's no light except for my fire. Okay, yeah, that's fair. This game looks really cool. And yeah, there's very little game going on. It's more like a somewhat interactive film, I guess, with a really cool style and good music. So that's fair. That's already enough for me. And I got this game when I was on a horror game buying run sometime last year, I think. But there's not much horror. It's psychological horror and kind of psychedelic horror, I guess, but not much that has felt like horror for me, personally. But it is very cool. Early on the stream, I just recently, as in last week, I resumed streaming. It's been more than a year because of everything going on. Man, it's been nearly 2 years. And I used to stream Underrail and Fear and Hunger 2. Okay, let's get our bearings. I might go with Fear and Hunger 2 later again, because there's supposed to be a massive update to the game. Also, hey, thanks for the follow. Cannot have too many. Although now I heard Twitch is using streams to train AI, so I don't know. So many things are not looking good. But we are not Doomis here, we are playing Eclipsium. And later, hopefully, something else. There's been a couple puzzles, but very minor, very easy puzzles, I think. Okay, so the abilities we have, one is setting our hand on fire, one is making a knife hand to cut stuff down, and one is like looking glass, again in the hand, and if we use it there might be a corridor we could not see before, but that stuff we've done it like once or twice at most. This is gonna be just an endless corridor, kind of looks like it. Yeah, might be. Yeah. Well, we're not going anywhere. There was a similar thing in one of the newest Silent Hill games. Like there's an endless staircase that you kind of end up running up or down endlessly until you just turn back around. I think it was Homecoming, but might have been Downpour. Okay, yeah, this is where I wanted to be going. I think. Well, this looks like we have... Oh, okay. Okay. Progress. I'm crawling again. I'll be very cross with the devs if they decide at some point to do jump scares while we're crawling. But I guess I will be really cross with the devs if they decide to do jump scares, period. Okay, what now? Is this something we can interact with? Do we need to knife hand it? Yeah, of course. The knife hand is OP. Back to crawling. Okay, puzzle time, I guess. Okay, yeah, we can get back up here. So it's kind of interesting, the setting of the game is kind of World War II adjacent. Although I think it's more like an obscure Eastern European Civil War kind of setting. And generally I cannot stand, like, I don't like the setting in movies or games of World War II. Likely because so often it is what it is. Like, it's, you know, American and sometimes British heroes defeating the Nazis, which is cool, don't get me wrong, but kind of as a game it doesn't work for me, and as a movie those are generally really boring. No, I find them really boring at the very least, you know. But then in this game, it seems to be sort of the setting of the overarching story, but we are not partaking in World War II, which is nice. Okay, what's happening here? I'm guessing we're supposed to be following... But are we though? You're following the same chord that we followed here in the first place. Fuck if I know, I guess. Cool. It's cool, but don't know if the game signposts enough what it wants from me. But there's lots of these things here, so I guess this is the place. Maybe not. These things, as in valves. It's the name of the platform I use to purchase my games. Oh, okay. Is there any difference between the corridors? The rightmost one has those red valves. Wait, how many other? Okay, there's more than 9. That's good. Okay, yeah, let's just go into a random corridor every single time. Let's go back. Doesn't change anything. And we are back in here in the cockpit. Okay, I'm not sure I have any idea what just happened. It sort of looked like there was a puzzle, but maybe it didn't matter which way we went. And then if it doesn't matter, then I don't know, there's no point, I guess. Which again is fine if it's just completely linear and there's only like an illusion of choice, but you just kind of get the experience regardless. Fine, I guess. We've seen 0 clues for the keypad thing. We're supposed to see something in the cockpit? Don't think so. But let's go look. Okay, yeah, it's this room with 1 corridor which became 3 corridors which became however many. It's more than 9 though. 3. Wait, 3 again. What the hell? How many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 21. I think we went to the cockpit by going in this one, which would be the second. No. Okay, I don't exactly know what the game wants from me. Okay, what intonation? Okay, is there going to be something we need in the cockpit? Like a clue for the keypad? Or is this door puzzle itself the clue? I hope it's not the door puzzle that's a clue, because that's extremely tedious. It's not well signposted, man. I'm guessing my stream is going to live up to its name. Struggling with a game that doesn't have much gameplay. I bring dishonor to my family. Fine, let's get out then, I guess. And input 911 or something in the keypad. Oh, now we can open this thing. Yeah, shameful how dumb so many of these things were. Okay, what did this do? It tilted the entire thing a little bit. Okay, it's cool, but how do we find the key code? I guess we tilt the entire thing backward. Have we been through here? Doesn't look like it. This does look kind of familiar though. Okay, yeah, we have not been here, I'm almost certain. Eye washing station. Are we gonna remove our other eye and wash it? Isn't there anything here? Okay. Two, three, four, I think. Two, four, yeah, two, three, four. Cool, they have this kind of Return of the Obra Dinn looking thing with the last moments of whichever crew member visible in like still life. Yeah, 2 for the first number and 4 for the last number for sure. I think it's 3, but never mind, we can just brute force it. There's something just a bit unnerving for me in a game when you can only walk quite slowly across corridors. It builds quite a bit of tension, I think. Okay. Yeah, 2, 5, 4. Easy. It's also interesting the walking speed in this game is inconsistent. Oh, that's the eye person with whom we locked eyes. Quite literally. I could not look away. Is that the atomic core of the submarine? I think it is. No turning back. The end draws near. Is that so? Are we nearing the end of the game? Without really knowing what's been happening all this time. Would not be the first time. No, 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 no. Please do not make this a chase scene. It kind of sounds like it could be one, but I hope I am just imagining it. Yeah, just in time to see me hoping this is not going to be a chase scene or something. Okay, yeah, just crawling. Yeah, I think there was right near the beginning where we started today, there was really good music. But the track just now was more like a tension track, I guess. And the earlier was more along the lines of like very beautiful music in a horror game, even if this one is only ostensibly a horror game, I think. And there was a mouth-washing reference at some point. I thought it would be an Easter egg, but it was basically unmissable. Okay, are we going on a boat again? This time gasoline powered. Petrol powered. I think we were heading for that thing right at the beginning of the game. Yeah, this is really good music. almost sounds like Zarathustra. There's basically no gameplay here, we can just look around. Well, if there's no gameplay, then I cannot struggle with the game, right? Osham. We're back in the game. Yeah, let's use the knife hand, obviously. But do we just need to use the knife hand over and over again? No. Okay, then we finally use all of our abilities. The final boss of the game. A duo. Okay, back at hospital. Are we going to a new chapter? Or are we doing... Yeah, we're doing knife stuff once again. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Okay, now I have no idea. I guess we just move around. With our hand on fire, obviously. Extremely good music again. I wonder if the music kind of clues us in. No, I don't think so. Sometimes games do that, like the... Okay, music advances when you're making progress, and you kind of have to know that you're making progress by the track kind of moving forward. Okay, is this gonna be like a victory lap of sorts? Kinda looks like it a little bit. I was supposed to be finding... Okay, wait. We didn't die. Okay, yeah, I thought we were finding a safe place to fall, but it looks like it just is safe to fall. Okay, yeah, just tuck that away in your pocket. Oops. I'm still having... No, I don't have a difficult time categorizing this game. This is an adventure game with just like very little gameplay and barely any puzzling either. Which, again, fine. Like, I love the visuals and the music. If I have to think of a complaint, I can. And it's going to be that I'm rarely sure in any way what the game wants from me. Okay, somehow we are meant to flip the horizon, I think, so that we can just walk up to the chain and cut it. Oh. Can we die? No. Okay, kind of cool they had that kind of interaction. For something that felt like I found it completely by chance. Okay, yeah, the train tracks are key. Where's the chain? Train tracks. Chain's there, yeah. Oh, quick flip. Okay, I lost the chain. Over there, yeah. Okay, it's good. No. No. Look. Okay, fine. Okay, what's the chain? It have to be. The gravity has to be reversed. Oof, I can barely speak today. No, let me. Yeah. Okay, now I lost the chain again. Okay, yeah. Maybe. Wait, no. Yeah. No, we need to be flipped. How do we flip? It's right there. Okay. Here's the flip track. There's the chain. Seems like this to me, because I have no idea about coding. Like I cannot code for shit. Feel like they would be really complex, but they're probably just a bit easy. Like the easiest way to do something trippy or cool or whatever. Okay, yeah. Finally, knife hand. Bah. Okay, now what? Next chain. Okay, dropped frames. But that's fine. The music is getting better. It's building up. Oh yeah, yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, I guess I know enough people who can code if it just seems complex, but it's really like the easiest thing in the world. Okay, yeah, just put me back where we started. Okay, that's where we need to be going. Yeah, this is really cool, regardless of how difficult it is to code. And I love the music. I'm a sucker for like a good beat drop. There were some hiccups in the game, like loading in the entire scene with the music and the visuals. But I forgive it because there's a bit of charm, in my opinion, to not being able to like fully optimize your weird little indie game. Okay, please let me just drop. No, why? Okay, yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Yeah, and now we have flying pig carcasses. Yeah, I think I had some nitpicks about the game at some points, but I'm inclined to think that this ending scene is gonna redeem everything for me. Obviously, I'm going to wish it was kind of more coherent or more consistent with cool things. As it stands now, it's been like okay-ish until the end, and the end is just banger after banger. Yeah, yeah, and there was a bit in the submarine which I don't think you were here for yet, where I thought there was a puzzle, but then I wasn't sure if there was a puzzle, or if it was just linear and kind of made to seem like a puzzle, or I was filling in what I was supposed to be doing from just like experience with games in general. But you weren't even supposed to be doing anything specific, you were just supposed to walk forward. Okay, here's the beginning of the chain, so would make sense if we just, yeah. And the ending part too kind of feels like, I guess this is what we're doing now. but I'm just into it. Oh hey, can we? Now we can look away. Did you have a key? Okay, what the hell? Oh, yeah, that's the key. Now, are we just supposed to fall until we reach the... Oh, yeah, like... Maybe? Is my phone ringing? Okay, my phone is ringing, so I'm going to pause stream, put on my break thing, but I'll be back very soon. Okay, yeah, I think we can be back. We can go back. Let's get back to the game because I wanna finish it tonight. Yeah, there was a checkup, which is very sweet. But this is what we're doing now. We're walking on the key. Wait, does this... Oh, cool. Yeah. So I was supposed to rotate the entire key or just like parts of it? Ah, okay. Yeah, this is cool. Man, like, I wish the entire game was stuff like this. Alright. Ah, okay. Now we just watch what happens. Is there going to be more? No, we're just watching again, I guess. Okay. This is really weird. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's really weird in a really good way. It's like a kaleidoscope. And again, like, why wasn't the entire game like this? Did they not have enough ideas to make an entire game out of this, like, kaleidoscopic cool stuff? There was a lot of faff in the first half of the game. And switch my... Yeah, I did switch my mic back on. But many times when I forgot, it was just embarrassing. Also, this is quite difficult to play. This looks like it's a corridor, but it's not. Stairs? No. Yeah, this is really cool, but also a bit tedious. Because at this point, I again like I don't know fully what I'm supposed to be doing, which shapes I'm supposed to be seeing in here. If we use fire, don't think it helps. And this also doesn't really do anything. How is it not this thing? We just had to jump. The first thing you learn to do in any video game ever, basically. Depending on the era, I guess. It isn't at all pleasant to see oneself, says the achievement. Okay. That's the painting again. Okay. Cool, cool. Nice. Yeah, now we're back to normal controls. And now we're back at the hospital once again. with a pig. An endless progression of pigs. Or just wrecking the place. Well, why not? Are the pigs just gonna walk through the wall? Yeah. See, it's the pigs that kind of make me think of Eastern Europe. I don't know why. Like the whole, what I think is like a civil war kind of thing, and then the pigs, and then them doing bipedal walks. Yeah, why not? Okay, pigs, how do we... How are you gonna cross it? Are you just gonna march off the edge? Yeah. Of course you are. I need to take some screenshots. I wonder if we're supposed to follow them or they are going to make a... Like, yeah. Yeah. It's a siege. Like an orc siege from The Lord of the Rings. In Helm's Deep. Where the corpses pile high enough. To breach the walls. Okay, and hospital once again. What is it this time? I just walk in the wrong direction. But you should always check the wrong direction first. Spoken like someone who almost no, not exclusively, but who plays almost every Metroidvania ever. Okay. Throne room again. We'll just walk through a painting. Super Mario 64 confirmed. think we can walk into this painting as well. But somehow we can move it around. We cannot move this one. Can I still move this? No, I don't think so. Okay, cool. Yes, we can pet a cat. It would be insane if there was a game with a cat that you could not pet. What would even be the point? It's an ostrich. But we cannot just swim. We swam just fine earlier though. Okay, what are we doing with... What is... There's a fireplace, isn't there? Yeah, there's a fireplace. Very nice. The cat sounds are exquisite. Okay, but what does this do? What's the point? Why did we want to make fire? To make the cat warm, obviously, and comfortable. Or is there some... Is there some point to it? Maybe not. Can we take the painting with the fire? No, we cannot. Can take this one with us. Okay. Yeah, so here again, I'm not entirely certain what the game wants from me. Well, it doesn't want me to go back. So I'm guessing we are stuck in this painting until we figure out what the game wants from us. I cannot just crawl into the fire either. Yeah, I wondered if we could put this painting somehow into or onto the fireplace so it dries out the sea so we can reach the ostrich. I don't know why we would need to reach the ostrich, but that's like the only thought I had. And also, I don't know why we would need to reach the ostrich. I guess we don't. Okay, what the hell? What are we doing here? Please. Yeah, we can only pet the cat, which is good, and we don't even use the knife edge hand to pet the cat. I think I might have uninstalled the entire game and just stopped playing forever. I do not consider myself a cat person. I like cats. But when the chips are down, you know, I like other animals more than cats. But animal cruelty is just not my jam. Even though that's what you do in like hundreds and thousands of games. But it's never cool. Oh, I love a good purring sound effect. There's nothing here. There's nothing here either. With like puzzle games like Steven Sausage Roll, I found like at some point my brain would just kind of shut down and not handle the puzzles anymore. Which is a real thing, by the way. Like your brain doesn't shut off, but gets exhausted. You use up all your puzzle resources somehow after 2 or so hours. Like the same with practicing almost anything. 2 hours is like the maximum almost that you can stay focused unless you have some kind of neurodivergence, I guess. Or if you're just in the zone, I guess. But yeah, with Steven Sausage Roll, 2 hours was the sweet spot. And after that, it like I just could not compute the puzzles anymore. And then when I came back the next day, everything went swimmingly again. So could be there's something similar going on with this game, although I do not really feel that there even are really puzzles. This is more like throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. Okay, the only thing we can do is pet the cat. And move this one painting around. With pixel hunting? What's going on? What the hell? I do not get it. There was an achievement saying the end is drawing near, and it was more than an hour ago. And then there was this entire trippy bit. So if I don't figure things out in another 10 minutes or so, then I'm just gonna call it and pick up next time, most likely next weekend. And this isn't doing anything. Wait, do we... knife something here? No. Okay, yeah, I really do not get it. Yeah, we pet the cat. That's good. As I said a couple more times earlier, there are times when I really don't know what the game wants from me. I don't know, maybe there's like a painting on the wall that I should be grabbing. I doubt it. Okay, and the doorway that took us to the throne room just completely disappeared. I don't know, can we self-delete? No, by drowning? I don't think so. There's an invisible wall. None of our tools do anything. Do they? I don't think so. And I tried them all multiple times. Okay, local academic struggles with video game. I'm kind of stumped. We can do paintingception, but doesn't do us any good, basically. Yeah, the only thing we can do is pet the cat. Fine, then we pet the cat, I guess. Yeah, those are actual cat sounds. I don't know, would they... obviously, some games have to do non-actual animal sounds. Okay, but what the hell? What are we supposed to be doing here? Can we cut up the paintings? No, we just grab them. Okay, I like the idea that the game doesn't like directly tell you what to do, but then again, I would like some hints or just some kind of clue about what is supposed to be happening. Also, I don't think I trust the game enough to believe that we're just supposed to be doing something here. There was a painting that took us here at the end of this road, and it's gone now. And I'm not sure if it's intended or if it's a bug. Maybe reloading the save would help. I think we can try that before I just give up for the day. Okay, I'm going to exit to menu, saved more than 5 minutes ago, and then see where we end up if we load the game. So I have a feeling we're going to the throne room. Yeah. Wait, are we doing the entire pig thing again? Yeah, we are. Okay, that's fine. I would like to walk a bit faster. Okay, and then we have to wait for the pigs. So we can see the self-sacrifice of the pigs again. They're so determined. And now we're waiting around again. Okay, pigs, throw yourselves into the pit while I go get another can of Pepsi. I should be sponsored, but I'm not. And it's stupid. And it's... I hope it's not PepsiCo that has the death squads. Oh, those are Coca-Cola death squads. Okay, so here's the painting we went into. And there's other paintings. And I wish we could walk just a tiny bit faster. Okay, so I wonder if we just actually did miss something or the game bugged out. Yeah, here's this painting, which we cannot move. There's this one which we can move, but I don't know if it does us any good. Got blood on our hands from the poor deer. This game is not, at least not fully vegan. Okay, and at this point, that painting disappears, so we are supposed to be doing something here. But I wonder if... Oh look! Hey. Yeah, I screwed myself over by putting this painting away into the room where, you know, the painting taking us to that room disappeared. Okay. This ostrich painting, where we go and chop some wood. Take the wood and put it in the fireplace, and then what? Do we heat up the sword or what? Well, we'll burn the bridge when we get there. Like we always do. Yeah, okay. It makes so much more sense now. Now it's not snowy here anymore and there is a route somewhere. Nice, nice, nice. And here's the cat. Can we not? Okay, we cannot pet the cat this time around. But now we have a full sword, so I guess the way back to the snake should be open again. And we can go stabby with the snake. I sure hope so. Okay, now we can pet the cat. And I can start enjoying cola. I'm not gonna say anything about the call I'm having because it would sound like an advertisement. Okay, there's still no way back to the snake. So is there something we are supposed to be doing with the ostrich? Are we supposed to actually paint Inception this? How do we get the ostrich painting? Do we get the ostrich painting? No. Okay. Did I screw myself? Maybe a little bit. Okay, good. Now this place is snowy again. Yeah, we take the ostrich painting and do that painting to make the lake freeze over, and then we can go to the ostrich. And I don't know what. What do we want with the ostrich? No, did I screw myself over again by putting the ostrich painting too close to the corner? Oh, no. No, this sucks. Can I just please grab the painting a tiny little bit? Okay. This is a stupid oversight on both the developers and my side. I honestly did not think the stupid painting would be impossible to grab afterwards. But okay. Now I know what we're supposed to be doing, and I will do it next time. I'm going to call stream right the heck now. And then we get to watch the pig self-sacrifice again next time. So yeah, I'm getting hungry and I'm getting tired and all of that. We will get to this next time. Yeah, I'm gonna play you like one more tune and shut up. And I will come back to you possibly in 1 week, maybe even quicker. Let me just find a good OC remix track. It should be something chill. Or maybe not. Yeah, fine. This is good. All right, it's going to be a good night for me.